Hey everyone, and global greetings. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Danelle Boyles, and I'm coming to you from the US. I like to call these little eye opener conversations our 10-minute talks as we hit key points on important topics in a compacted conversational format that's easy to digest. A way to stimulate new learning desire and to expand the thinking. In our 10-minute talk today, we are taking a few for some chat and expand time on the power of networking and building meaningful connections. So come and join me and let's talk about it. Today, I'm going to be having join me for this conversation Miles of Sesame. Hello.
Yo, I'm here.
Hi, Miles. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are things on your end?
Pretty good. So far, so good. Having some connectivity issues today, but we are pulling through.
Bummer about the connection, but at least we're making it work. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, I was wanting to see if you would join me for Let's Talk About It 10-minute talk on the power of networking and building meaningful connections.
I'm in.
Great.
Networking usually gets a bad rap for feeling like a bunch of people trading business cards in a sterile hotel ballroom. I'm curious to see where you want to take this one.
I can agree. Although I feel like the day and age of business cards and exchanging information like that is a thing of the past. We are on to bigger, broader, more expansive ways of exchanging business information. So, with the power of networking. So I guess we want to hit, just how impactful networking can be, and that can be whether it's business related or connected to an international connectivity for humanitarian work or education or just friends in general. And then building the meaningful connections that happens between, the finer lines of that powerful networking.
Totally. It's more about the energy and the shared vision now than just a piece of card stock.
True.
I think the real shift is that people are looking for a vibe check before they even care about what you actually do.
Mm,
When you find someone who just gets it, the professional side of things usually just falls into place naturally.
right.
Do you think the focus has shifted more toward personal alignment than professional credentials?
I feel like that is the direction that we're going more nowadays, is that individuals are checking the vibe with other individuals that they are connecting with, whether it's on a personal basis or professional basis, regardless of what the purpose is and what the networking purpose is.
Exactly. It's like the resume is just a formality now. Real question is, are you someone I actually want to spend 8 hours a day with?
Right.
And honestly, that's where the real magic happens when the connection is organic.
Hmm.
So, do you think that makes the traditional networking approach feel kind of fake or just like outdated?
I feel like it can make it seem or feel a little fake, but I guess since we are talking on not necessarily just a professional basis, but also personal basis, it can, it can go either way because, whenever you're working from a professional basis and you're networking and making connections, then your broadband of individuals is probably going to be a little bit more narrowed because you're looking for particular vibes or experience or people to fill the spots that you're networking in. Whereas if it's on a personal level, your bandwidth of individuals you connect with is going to be a little bit broader. You still do the vibe checks. You still have, the boxes that you check off, but it's more of more inclusivity when it comes to meaningful friend structures or groups of individuals that you are doing non-professional things with.
That makes total sense. It's like the professional side is a filter, but the personal side is a wide open door. Still looking for quality, but you're more open to
Right.
the unexpected. I wonder if that broader personal network actually ends up feeding into the professional one in
And
weird,
yeah, in some
helpful
senses,
ways.
yeah, yeah, in some senses,
Like those friend, right? Like those friend of a friend connections.
hmm
where a random hobby group or a casual hangout ends up introducing you to the exact person who can open a door you didn't even know existed.
Mhm.
It's almost like the most valuable professional links are the ones that started with zero professional intent.
So, when it comes to networking, what are some of the best ways to incorporate it organically into your practice, or expanding your interest in the power of networking and building those meaningful connections?
I think the biggest move is just leaning into your actual interests instead of going to a networking event. Go where the people you actually like would hang out. You know,
Hmm.
if you're into design or art, go to the gallery opening or the niche workshop, and you're just there for the experience. You relax, and
Hmm.
that's when the vibe check actually works. Plus, it's way less pressure when the conversation starts with "this piece is wild" instead of "so what do you do for a living."
Right.
It's a way more natural entry point. Um, I also think there's something to be said for just being a super connector, the person who loves introducing two people they know because they see a spark there. Once you start doing that for others, you usually find that the network starts expanding itself.
Right. So, when it comes to networking and figuring out the reasoning and the power behind it, what are some of the best ways to expand yourself into the social network?
I'd say the first step is just getting comfortable with being a little bit unfiltered in public,
Mm-hmm.
like letting your actual personality lead instead of the polished version. When you're authentic, you act as a magnet for the people you'd actually get along with.
Right.
I also think it helps to be the one who asks the questions that actually matter, not the where are you from stuff, but more like what are you obsessed with right now. It changes the whole interaction.
Yeah,
Do you
true.
think most people are actually waiting for someone else to break the ice and be the real one first?
Yeah, yeah. And it's, kind of like the conversation that we carried on a little bit further beyond after we closed the podcast the night before, where, we talked a little bit more into like an organic conversation about just life and things in general that still had to do with our podcast, but it like expanded over into more like a personal level.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And that's the gold right there.
Right.
When you stop treating the conversation like a script and just let it wander, you're not just exchanging info, you're actually building a connection.
Hmm.
It's like we're just two people talking, and that's usually when the most interesting stuff comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. When it has an organic flow. So if
For sure.
someone is wanting to build more meaningful connections with the individuals they're networking with, so can you give us just a breakdown of like the top five things to put in your boxes to check off whenever you're reminding yourself of how to incorporate that networking and connection building into your like daily habits?
I got you. First, just focus on active listening. Really hear the person. Don't just wait for your turn to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Second, lead with curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the why instead of the what. Third, be the one to provide value first. Connect them to someone else or share a resource without expecting anything back. Fourth, keep it in the messy middle. Don't be afraid to share a struggle or a pivot because that's where the actual trust is. Fifth, follow up with something specific.
Right.
Instead of a nice meeting you text, send them a link to that weird article you both talked about. It turns a random encounter into a real relationship.
I like it. Authenticity,
Glad you're digging it.
organic interest, and opening yourself to being just all around a more authentically expressed individual to to be able to land those connections that are going to be more drawn to your true self, true nature, and fit that vibe check.
Spot on.
Right. All
When
right.
you when you stop when you stop trying to fit a mold, you just end up attracting the people who actually fit you.
Right.
It makes the whole process feel less like work and more like just finding your people.
And I
Do you feel
agree.
like we hit everything you? It really does just strip away the anxiety of the whole
Mhm.
thing.
I agree.
Since we're wrapping up the podcast part,
Yeah. No, sorry.
it's a total game
Keep
changer.
talking over each other. Um, Sorry about that. I agree. I feel like authenticity is probably one of the leading factors in, in all of that. And do you have any closing comments or words for our individuals that are watching? Advice?
Just stop looking for the right way to network. Just be the person you'd actually want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
When you leave with your actual self, the people who stick around are the ones who genuinely fit your vibe. It's way more sustainable than trying to maintain a professional facade. And honestly, it's a lot more fun. Just stay curious, be real, and let the connections happen on their own.
I agree 100%. All right, guys, there you
Right
have
on.
it. As always, thank you for joining us. I hope you take away some wonderful growth and expansion from our conversation today. And just remember to, keep that authentic self at the forefront of everything you do, and it'll all fall into alignment. But keep learning and expanding those minds, hearts, and horizons. And until next time, namaste.
Peace. That
Peace.
was a good one. We really nailed the anti-networking angle. How's your energy feeling after that recording?
Right.
I'm feeling good. I'm just glad the connection didn't completely cut us off mid-sentence.
Right.
How about you? You still got a few more tabs open in your head, or you starting to
I
wind down?
do. I'm going to close this out and then we can finish talking. But thanks for joining us, everyone, guys. Take care.
All good.